Good afternoon, Parkland family and friends.
Parkland.
It's Beth and Jason's with this week's edition of The Bulletin, coming to you live from Ossian, Indiana. We're back, Jason.
Yes.
We're back at First Baptist Ossian. This is our home base for the week. We're filming to you from their sanctuary. And as you remember, Jason told you this used to be a bank building. And so when you look at the stage, it's very short because this is where their tellers were when it was a bank. So the church is shaped a little differently, and okay, so that there's kids in it. It's all good. You can come around that way if you want to. Just don't walk. Yeah. Okay. All right. As you can tell, we're sharing our space today. So, okay. So, Jason, this is your first Parkland mission trip.
It is.
How is it? What you thought it would be, and how is it different?
It's very much what I thought that it would be. As far as the stuff that we were doing, expecting the vacation Bible schools and all of that stuff. The accommodations are a little different than I've been before, because most time, you stay either in a dormitory style place or camp kind of place, and here we're all on the floors and all over, outdoor shower and all that stuff, and so. But it's very nice. Like it's cool.
Good.
We have a nice, comfortable place to be. So it's great. I'm having a great time.
So you're not like freaking out and thinking, okay, would you come back again?
In a heartbeat.
Good.
In a heartbeat.
I did want to explain to our church members a little bit of the difference between a vacation Bible school and a backyard Bible club. There's some similarities, just like in a in-building VBS. There's a story, there's rec, there's a craft, there's music. But I think the thing that makes them different is, one thing is the number expectations. Like, for instance, Jason and I were trying to get around 100 students at the VBS at Parkland. But when you do a backyard Bible club, if you have 10, that's huge. I cannot tell you, because 10 students in one neighborhood is just an enormous quantity. So we had one group today that had 10. We're super excited about that. But another thing that's different is kind of the philosophy of a backyard Bible club. We have a schedule, so the students know what they're doing, but you don't usually get to stick to it. And so, for instance, last night at one of our clubs, they had the park where we were had this beautiful, I guess you'd call it like a climbing, like it had slides, and it was sort of like a super on steroids swing set. So the kids wanted to play there, so our students told the story on the play set. So I thought, when are they going to tell the story? And as Suzanne has joined us.
Today's Taco Tuesday.
We like us some tacos.
Yes, we do. So,
and we've been eating very well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So I looked around and I thought, they haven't told the story. And then I looked up at this playground, and they were not on top, but on a high platform of the playground telling the story of Jesus' birth. And it was just the cutest thing ever, because that's where those students wanted to be. And so our students adapted to that and just climbed right up there with them and told them that story. Another thing that's a little different is, because the backyard Bible clubs are close to where the students live, and usually there's no water at them. So if they have to go to the bathroom, they just go home. So you might be right in the middle of something and a kid will say, I gotta go to the bathroom, and they take off on their bike and go home, and then when they get finished, they ride their bike back. And you know what? In a backyard Bible club setting, that's perfectly fine. So our kids are super adaptable, and they make that work. We send them out with a plan, but I would say maybe 95% of the time the plan doesn't work,
right,
and they have to adapt on their way. So that's kind of what we're doing.
We have morning, afternoon, and evening backyard Bible clubs all over the area.
All over the area, yes. And Jason is taking students to some assisted living facilities this year.
And that is a blast.
They're doing vacation Bible school in their assisted living, kind of like they remember it from children, and they love it.
And our kids are very engaged. So we've been having 5 or 6 at both places. One is an assisted living, so the people are more independent.
Okay.
And then one is a more skilled nursing setting. But our kids sit down with them, like one-on-one, and they work on the craft together. And we found out some really cool stuff about these folks. And after a year of COVID, it's just been a kind of a relief for them, and they've really been enjoying being engaged with us, and the kids have really enjoyed being engaged with it.
Yes. The soccer camps, we told you, there's one in the morning and one at night. They're identical. This morning, hey guys, anybody of you know how many kids we had at the soccer camp this morning? Nolan, how many kids do you have at the soccer camp? How many kids do you have at the soccer camp? 8 or 10?
8.
8. So yesterday had 4, today they had 8. So we're going. Last night they probably had 8. So tonight we'll see. Okay. So is that everything we're doing, Jason?
I think so. It's been a great week so far.
Yes.
It's not been unbearably hot.
No.
There's always been a nice breeze. So I think
I think God kind of designed our brains to adapt to where we are. So we've really only been here 2 days, but we know the streets, we know how to get around, we know where Walmart is. So even though we haven't been here very long, we sort of feel like we've been here a very long time. Passing out all those flyers kind of gets us to know what the street names are, and so it's just wonderful. Jason and I wanted to give you some updates. So if you ever want to come and you're going, I don't know what that's about, I think we've got you pretty much under control, right?
And now we'd like to take you around and show you some of the things going on here, our sleeping arrangements, showering, the things that are going on outside, and some folks around, just kind of a little bit of the life of the day here.
Yeah.
And so we'll cut to that.
This may be where we lose some chaperones, Jason. Okay, so we're going to see.
We'll be back in a minute.
Yep.
All right, Parkland, this is where Suzanne and Miss Linda and Miss Sherry prepare our meals. This is the stove and all where the small kitchen that we are using here at the church. And then you come out here and you see our serving line that they have for us, and then all of Miss Suzanne's goodies. And then,
Alex, let's let Alex demonstrate this.
of course, Miss Suzanne's supply.
All right, so you're going to walk through like you're getting food.
All right, go. This is for.
All right, here we are in our common room where we have our meals. Everybody hangs out between things. I think you may recognize this guy. Here are our kids. This is how Jeff Boyer makes sure that he's got all his kids. He goes out and takes a picture of them.
He's going across the street to the Dollar General store.
Yeah, Dollar General's right across the street.
It's a big hit.
Good job, AJ.
And this is where our soccer camp is going on. And here's AJ.
Here comes AJ.
AJ, moving rocks. Our drink station. They keep us with lemonade, tea, and water here. And then this awning is what our men built yesterday, so that folks can come right out of the church and not get wet as they're getting ready to get into their cars. And working on
The second awning.
Here's our men working on a second awning for the church as they come out, because this church is an old bank, and so they have converted the bank into a church. And then as you expand down, there's Beth. And then this area right here is the common area where we were at. It was also at one time the drive-through for the bank. So the church really sets on this busy road right here. And then you can see as you come around, here are our famous showers where kids and adults shower off. Let's go inside and look at one.
So recording.
Yes.
All right, so this is a basic shower curtain. So you would enter right here and come around, and then when the shower curtain closes, you have this space to change clothes, and then you just step in here, and this is the shower. Now, there's hot water and a little shower caddy for your shampoo, and you stand on a wooden platform so you don't stand in the water. This is like triple tarped, I guess, and so you can't see through. And the kids shower in their swimming suits, so there's nothing inappropriate. So it's lovely, actually. It probably is more functional than attractive, but that's okay. We don't care. It works, right?
Everybody's clean and not stinky.
And that's the important thing.
This is the room where Sherry and Linda and Suzanne stay. It's all neat and clean and tidy as compared to what you're going to see in a minute.
All right, guys, so this is on the way to the basement of the bank. And this is where everybody's sleeping but those three very neat ladies. So, Jason, if you'll get down here and go to the right, I'll show you where the female chaperones are sleeping. So this room is Donna Dunn's. She gets a room to herself, but she has to share it. Let me see if I can get a light for you, Jason. She has to share it with all their security cameras. So it's not totally dark at night because, yep, so this is Donna Dunn and security. All right, and then as we come this way, this is a storage room. And this is where Maggie Blue and Carol Willoughby are sleeping. So this is Maggie's side. And then when you turn around this way, this is Carol's side. Now, as you can see, there's quite a difference between the room upstairs and the room down here. And then as we come out in the hall, this is my bed that's sitting up against the wall. And at night, I just lay it down and I sleep in the hallway, and this is my luggage. And that kind of puts me in a space to know where all the kids are. So as we go down the hall, we can see that to our left is there's two bathrooms, a male and female bathroom. At the end of the hall, there's a little shower room. It's very nice, but we have, since there's only one, we have designated it for adults. It's a very nice little shower room. Let's turn off that fan, Jason, before we... Okay, and then as we come back down the hall, there is a room right here. I don't know how many of you remember, but we used to have a gentleman on staff. His name was Chris Huff. Chris was our recreation minister, I believe, 12 years ago. And he is now the pastor of a little church in Illinois, and they joined us, and he brought his mother so she could help Suzanne in the kitchen. And since this room has a bed, we let Chris's mom sleep in here with, I think, 3 of their girls. Okay, so then we come on down the hall. The first room to the right is a boy room. Jason, I don't even like to go in there, Jason, so you can, if you're the parent of one of these boys, you can probably pick out their bed.
And I think these are children's Sunday school classes.
Yes. Now, another interesting thing about this room is that the light switch to this room is connected to the light switch in the storage room where Carol and Maggie are sleeping. So when Carol and Maggie get ready to go to bed, the boys' lights go out. Okay, then we come across the hall this way. And this is our second boy room. This one is a little neater than that first one. The boys tend to get a little neater as they get older. I don't know if they've just done this enough or they realize they have to pack up and go home and it's easier if you're neater. But this, they have refrigerators. If we open this one, the reason there are so many refrigerators at ASEAN is because they have a huge feeding ministry. And so every room has a refrigerator in it. So this one's beeping at me and it's full of water. So if we open some upstairs, they would be full of meat and frozen things to give away at their feeding ministry. As we go on down the hall, the room to the right, this is where all our girls are staying. I have no idea how many there are, but this is where they are. So you can see the luggage around the wall, and notice their beds are not made like Sherry and Suzanne's and Linda's, but they seem to know where everything is. And this is I believe a children's Sunday school room, Jason, is that right? Mm-hmm. And the other night I came in to tell them it was time to go to bed, and they were all, I think there's like 16 or 18 of them in here, and they were all building a castle out of Legos, and they were having so much fun and working together that I just couldn't tell them to quit, so we gave them a little more time. And if you come on down, this is Bobby Willoughby's bed. He lays his down. He sleeps down here in the middle of the kids. He wears ear plugs, so he doesn't hear them quite as much. And then as we continue to walk down, this is where the men chaperones are staying. And we put them in here because there's an exit door, so that way we know everybody's safe. And if you'll notice, this bed with the blue sheet is, I think, Gary Posey's, and this one with the U of L blanket is Justin Jones. And they wanted to pretend like they had a real bed, so they drew a headboard on the whiteboard above the beds. So I guess that's a tour of our life. Well, Jason, what do you think they thought about that?
I don't know. I'm interested to see.
I know.
what
I hope they
reactions-
comment under the Facebook feed so we can
Yeah.
see what they thought. Okay, so now we do need to give you some normal Parkland business.
Yes.
So what's going on at home?
We also are having ice cream today. See, we got a banana splits. So.
See, the food is worth coming on the mission trip for. So
All right.
we eat well and we work hard.
And we sleep well.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so what's happening at home?
All right. Last week we finished up Vacation Bible School. Huge success. We had between 70 and 75 kids every night.
Yes.
It was very successful. Everything seemed to flow with all the COVID stuff that we had to deal with.
We did well. Yes.
Everything worked out very well. We had a challenge. Pastor Chris challenged the kids. Usually it's boys versus girls, but this year he wanted to change it up a little bit. So they were working together, and he set a goal of $500. And if they got $500, they got to choose either Pastor Chris getting ducked water on or me getting ducked water on. Well, not only did they meet that goal, they surpassed that goal by almost double. So
Actually, more than double, right?
it was almost $1,000. So
Yeah. So how much?
And then-
Almost $1,200 they gave for the offering for church plants in Cincinnati. So that's phenomenal.
And so Pastor Chris and I got really cold. And then I believe that the church is actually going to match that goal
Yes.
to help out our church.
We're going to
plant.
send them almost $2,400 to our new friends in Cincinnati.
And thank you all for that. It kind of helped kids put stuff with their mission offering.
Right. Yes.
And
Okay. Sunday.
this coming Sunday night, we're back on Sunday night church.
Yes, we are after a month.
So we have a business meeting this coming Sunday night, and then the next week is prayer, and then we have a mission
Outreach
offering.
mission thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Is that all? I feel so
Yeah.
disconnected.
Fall.
here.
Fall is coming
Yes,
up.
yes. We, Jason and I, and PK, and we are so super excited about our fall schedule. The schedule is probably pretty much the same, but the events are like way ramped up.
Yeah.
So there's some, I guess, like
Little cards,
trifold
bookmark.
cards that have got the fall events on them. So take one of those for yourself, take one for your neighbors and your families. And so some of those events start like the middle of August, some start September 1st. So pay attention to what's going on and share that with everybody because we just are so excited about our new fall events. So
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff going on. We still have 3 more days here.
Yes.
Two more
Yes.
2 more full days here, and it's just great. And we're just so thankful that the church supports the kids to send them on mission because it does teach them valuable skills. It helps them with interpersonal skills, talking to different people, and gets all of us out of our comfort zone. So very thankful.
yes. All right. I guess that's it. And we have a sign off from
special sign-off. So-
today. So don't leave us just yet.
Here we go.
We are having a great week here. We'll see you Sunday. And
As Pastor Chris always says,
till we meet again.